everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Crochet and Crafting with KJ. I hope you all are doing well as we enter into late October, if you can believe it. Still warm here in the Phoenix area. I'm in the valley, and but we're getting there. Can turn off the air at night finally. I know in some parts of our country, up in the Midwest and northern Midwest, that they had snow yesterday, which is unbelievable. A little early, but you know how that goes. So today I'm here to talk with you about some finishes and works in progress and kind of like what I'm up to. So what I first wanted to share with you was my Scarfie yarn. So I was working in pink and silver. You can see everything I've got here. I'm going to pull out just a little bit so you can see just a little bit more. So I had 4 skeins of the Scarfie from Lion Brand. This is a bulky 5. There are 312 yards to it. They ask for a I got bifocals, friends, and so I can see sort of. They're asking for a 9 for knitting and a K for a crochet hook. This is a 78% acrylic and a 22% wool. You can definitely tell by the feel. So what I did with my 4 skeins is I made this really cute hat and scarf set. I got this pattern from Beaded Crochet. If you don't follow her, you should, but I'm sure you probably do if you're into yarn. I think she's probably the best yarn reviewer out there. So she had a video on an easy hat and beanie set, and so I did it. The only modification that I made was I say a lot, don't I? I apologize. I'll work on that. And I was just about to say, gosh. When I was teaching middle school history, I did have a student who did tally mark every time I said, Anywho, I made this scarf into an infinity. I like the look of it. I love this yarn. You can see just the color change here. We go from almost like a pewter, silver, and then into this rose, which quite honestly I know they're saying is pink. I think it's a little bit more peach than pink, but that's me. So the scarf is quite large. This was one whole skein. Then I followed her hat tutorial as well, and the hat matches. She did something very different because she works, I believe, from top down, and then she did the ribbing last rather than first. It was an interesting technique along here. I really enjoyed it, and I plan on making more. And then I got these cute little pom-poms, these faux fur pom-poms, off of Amazon, and attached that as well. So this was one whole skein. And then I started on the second with the hat. And then what was left over from that, I used to make a fluffy meringue shawl. I love this pattern. It's very much like the virus pattern. If you've done any of the virus blankets or virus shawls or virus ponchos, and I'll show you a compare and a contrast here in just a second. But this is the fluffy meringue. It is worked in, I think 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 rounds. There's always a start with a V-stitch. There's a V-stitch down the middle and to the sides. You do have to do a back loop only in here, and that's what kind of lifts this off. It's a fun pattern. I enjoy it because I really like patterns that I can multitask with. So I can watch TV while doing this pattern because I can subconsciously count and I know where I'm at. This is rather large. So this is 2 3/4 skeins because remember I used one on the scarf, and then the hat was number 2, which was just a little bit, and then this was the other 2 and whatever was left from the hat. So it is a good sized one. I tend to make these small, and I really wanted to make a larger one. I kind of underestimate sometimes. So I made a big one. I wanted to use up all of the yarn. So this is all I have left of my Scarfie yarn for skeins. This is it. This is what's left. I really do enjoy working this yarn. It is very soft. What I enjoy about this yarn is the subtle differences in the spinning part of it. So you have some more thicker areas, and then you have some thinner areas. The way that they've woven that makes it look a little bit, I don't want to say old-fashioned, but a little bit more authentic, like somebody spun it. So you can kind of see the differences. Here's a good section where you have a piece that is much larger than the others. And I love those differences. I love those differences in the yarn because yarn is a fiber, and it should not all be the same, even though a lot of us don't want those imperfections. I enjoy them. There's an old Irish Celtic legend that says that there should be a mistake in any hand-woven piece. It was referring to crocheting lace, I do believe, to let the spirits out, which is kind of fun. And my grandmother was full-blooded Irish, and she's the one who got me into the love of crafting. I will never be as talented as she was. She was just amazing, my grandmother. So I use that as my excuse when I find a mistake, 10 rows back, and it's a small mistake. Like that's my Irish mistake. So this is the fluffy meringue shawl. There are 2 really good tutorials for this. Mikey from the Crochet Crowd does a really nice tutorial for this on YouTube, and Jana Martinez also does a very nice tutorial for the fluffy meringue shawl on YouTube. If you are a visual learner, as I am, I can read patterns, and but I'll tell you a story about me reading patterns here in just a little bit. I can read patterns. I'm really good at doing along with you and watching you, so I am definitely a visual learner. And if you are too, those 2 tutorials on YouTube will help you with the fluffy meringue shawl. So, as I was telling you earlier, this is very similar to a virus, and so the next project that I wanted to show you that I've started is a virus poncho. So let me pull this out here, and then I'll move the fluffy meringue in a little bit. So you can kind of see, can you see? Let me see where I'm at with my camera here. Okay, yeah, you can kind of see the similarities in the pattern. For this one, in the anchor or the loopy roll, while you've got your 3 here, this is a V-stitch. It's a V-stitch with 5, so it's a double crochet 5 and a double crochet. Whereas here, this is just a chain 5. The other difference is, while you have 3 here, you've got your double crochets, and then double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1 rows. Here, your rows are a little bit less. You've got your double crochets, then your double crochets, chain 1, and then you're doing back loop onlys for your loopy-ish roll. Your loopy-ish row, and then you create your chain links for the next. So this one's got a little bit less, but you can kind of see the similarities in these 2. So this was my start for the week. Sunday football. My Packers lost to the Buccaneers. Gotta lose one, right? It's humbling. Okay. So this is a virus poncho. I used the tutorial again from Jonna Martinez. I've made several of these. I've kind of nicknamed them the Arizona coat. And they are really my best seller. Lots of requests for these. So in this one, I'm using Mandala Ombre in Joy. So I had 4, if you watched my previous haul video, I bought 4 of these. This is one skein. That's what one skein looks like. So you can kind of see, if I move it out and about here, that is one. So this was Sunday. And I look forward to getting back to this again. This is one that I can do while watching TV. So I just completed the loopy roll. I did it again. My son calls it word salad. I'm going to go with that. I just did the loopy row, and I'm about halfway through, and I'm starting on the first rounds of double crochet. So this is a chain 5, single, 3 single, 3 single, 5, and then the next row is 10 double, then same, you have 2, and then 10, and then 10 plus a single in between. So, and then you have your loopy row. Got it that time. So this is my latest start. I hope to have at least 1 or 2 of these ready for well, I'd like to have 3 or 4 of these ready for craft shows. I just booked another one, so now I'm all 4 Saturdays in November and the first Saturday in December. So they're starting to roll in, and we're getting signed up for those. I want to make sure that I have enough stock to go around, or that I can make it on the fly. So the next thing, I'm going to pause. I'll be right back. Haha, I'm back. Okay, so the next thing is my other fun start. This is the beaded Christmas tree hat, and this is designed by Jocelyn Sass, and you can find that at Too Cute Crochet on Etsy. A friend of mine, a coworker, sent me the link and said, hey, you should make this. She loved, and we ran out of white paper, so I used yellow here, but there's a great picture. She sent me this picture, linked it on Facebook, and said you need to make these. So I thought, you know what? I bought the pattern off of Etsy, and I thought I would give it a try. So this is my first attempt. I decided to add a little pom-pom at the top. This is my first attempt. I did the crocheting part accurately. You can see I didn't fold in my sides. And then I couldn't figure out how she was going to get the beads on there. And I couldn't figure out like what this was, and how her picture looked all like cutesy and had these little like loop-de-loops there. So, again, I'm a visual learner. I'm trying to look at the picture and figure it out. Whereas if, you just read the directions, it would be a lot easier. So, and this is not attached well. This is my demo. This is not for sale. I would never sell this work. So when I figured out the beading, it's like, okay, I got it. And I just went and did it. And I did it very randomly because I thought, Christmas trees are random. These are pony beads. And then I found these little silver hearts, made the pom-pom, threw it on. I was like, that looks terrible. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try it again, and I'm going to make another one. This time I'm going to make, this is a newborn size. This time I'm going to make an adult size. So I did. And here's the adult. You can see that. And I'll link a picture here to show you what it looks like on my son. And for this one, I actually decided to read the directions and follow them. And ta-da, I have the Christmas tree hat. It is super cute, and I'm really excited. I already have several orders from even across the country on these, so I'm excited about that and making them. This took probably in total about 3 hours. The crocheting part took no time whatsoever. It's the beading that takes a little bit. So I ordered pony beads from Amazon, and I put them in my little container here. And so I got two different kinds. I just got the round pony beads, and then I also purchased metallic stars. They're not quite, I'm kind of disappointed in them because they look a little scratchy and they're not quite as shiny. Then I also have these silver and gold hearts that I can attach as well. So those are my pony beads. So Christmas tree hats, that'll be fun. I think they're clever, they're cute, they're fun. They're a little hokey, a little cheesy, and they're a lot of fun. They're super cute. This Jocelyn Sass from Too Cute Crochet, holy cow, are you talented to be able to write a pattern like that. That is definitely not my gifting. I can follow patterns, but writing my own, no. And this is creative beyond measure, so a lot of fun to make. And I like the sound. Beaded Christmas tree hat. There's 123 beads on this thing. Can you believe that? 123. So that's what I'm up to this week. I'm looking around because I'm sure there's more. I know there's more, but that's what I'll leave you with. My next video will be about diamond painting. I've got quite a few purchases that I want to share with you from Diamond Art Club, so I'm going to put together the Halloween version first, and you can see their Halloween version, their Halloween diamond paintings coming up soon. And then I'll get back to you with progress on this and see how many more of those Christmas tree hats I can knock out. So that's it for me today. I hope you all are staying well and safe, and that you are healthy, and that your families are healthy, and that you are taking care of one another. The United States has a very important election coming up in 2 weeks. Please vote. Make your plan to vote. Get out there and vote. That's all we can do. We can vote. So that's how we let our voices be heard. Have a wonderful day. Take care, and I'll talk to you again next time. Thanks for joining me. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, friends. Thank you. I appreciate it. Take care, everyone.